screen. Her smile, it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene. In the morning or the night, recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong.
Petals got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feet, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
Lord, you would think that I'm brand new at this, sitting over here talking to the screen on mute. So my apologies, guys. I'm here to bring you guys a show, right? I want to give you guys something thematic, right? Give you a theme, give you some entertainment. And what we're doing today is we're going to be not necessarily entertained by, but we're going to look at this, right? Single, childless women, we get shamed, right? Let me just say this. We get shamed as single, childless women. Why don't you have kids? You're selfish. Selfish would be having some kids and then not taking care of them properly and then using them as a welfare check or mistreating them or abusing them. That would be selfish. I think when people choose not to have kids right away or get pregnant early in their life, right, they're being responsible. They're actually selfless, right? Because they're like, no, I'm not going to bring a child into a situation that's unstable, that isn't conducive to them being, thank you, Joanne, letting me know that I was on mute. But I'm not bringing them into a situation where they're not really going to get to have good experiences or, experience the world. I would never want that for my children. So I think that I'm selfless because why would I bring children into an unstable situation, uncertain situation? Why would I let God choose the fate of my children? I hate to say it that way, but when you just randomly have kids, right, and you don't plan and you don't prepare, then you are kind of putting you're saying, Jesus, take the wheel, right? Because when you don't plan, when you don't properly execute that type of decision in your life, you're setting a child up for failure, right? So when people say that single childless people are selfish, I don't think they know what selfish means, right? So I'm not doing this to bash parents who make mistakes, but we have to be real out here, right? Only people who want and have the energy to care for children should have them. Nobody else, right? That's the only reason why I'm pro-choice, right? Because the alternative is children being abused, children being abandoned, children not having the proper resources to grow into stable, healthy adults, right? Children perpetuating the abusive and harmful cycles that their families have continued and have continuously perpetuated over the years. That's the alternative here. So I'm doing this more so as an informative piece, so hopefully you guys enjoying the show for us today. Informative and entertaining, because the lack of accountability with some people is just, especially people who commit repetitive crimes and petty crimes, things like this. Like, I wouldn't say abuse is a petty crime, but I'm saying like repetitive personal crimes. Like, it's not like they're going out and victimizing people. It's things to do with themselves, with their behavior in the public, things like that. So I wanted to do this show to get into that. So we're gonna start this, guys, with a story actually from about 7 years ago, in Florida. Right, what somebody did with a week-old baby. Some of you may have heard about this, so do me a favor, let me know in the chat, engage with your chat peers, and get into the topic. All right, this happened not too long ago, about 7 days. Let me get rid of this thumbnail here. I don't know why it's still there, but let's get into it.
Breaking news in Orlando, where police say a 1-week-old baby was found abandoned in a driveway.
And now they're asking for your help to find the boy's parents. Police say someone found the baby just after 7 this morning outside a home on Lido Street. That's just west of Cimarron near Roberto Clemente Middle School.
West 2's Michelle Meredith is live in that neighborhood with the late-breaking details on this discovery. Michelle.
Well, first I want to tell you the baby is just fine. He's going to be okay. Now, I talked to a man who lives in this house, and that is where, in this driveway, the little baby was dropped off. And the story is quite bizarre. He says this morning, one of his roommates went outside to take the garbage out, and that's when his roommate discovered the 1-week-old baby in the driveway, in a car seat. Now, they dialed 911. Now, thankfully, this all happened about 7:30 this morning. So in terms of temperature.
And let me just say this too, right? For those of you who don't think this is a product of Roe v. Wade being overturned, this absolutely is a product of Roe v. Wade being overturned. When you force women to reproduce, you're not doing anything other than putting children at risk, right? Creating more children to be birthed into a system that doesn't have the resources to take care of them, right? I remember hearing about women using hangers to avoid having to raise a child they didn't want to have, right? This is a residual damage of taking away the reproductive rights of women. All right, not everybody's prepared and able to have a child. There's a reason why we have to have a level of control of our reproductive rights, because not everyone is capable and able. Some people might not be disabled, but they're not mentally capable of taking care of children, right? These extreme actions like this, we're seeing things like this as a result of taking away the right of people to take care of and control their own bodies, control the outcomes of their own bodies. And we're going to see more of it. This is just the beginning. We're going to see more babies abandoned, more babies dropped off at the fire departments. That's initially why we gave people the ability, why this country decided to give people the ability to control their reproductive rights. That's why. Like, who wants women to be able to use a wire hanger to stop themselves from creating a child? No, that person clearly is not ready or able to be a parent. You abandon a week-old, helpless infant, right? You weren't ready to have a kid in the first place, right? We saw a lot of this when teen girls were getting pregnant. The fact that people weren't anticipating for things to revert back to how they were decades ago, right? It's been a long time since I've seen massive teen pregnancies, right? But that stuff is going to come back. Amazing Acres said no one forced her to leave it in the driveway. She should have taken it to a safe place. Not every person is capable of being a rational person. Don't you? Isn't that what you're? Are you not understanding that? Right? Not all people are capable of making selfless, rational decisions. When you have a child, you need to put that child's best interest above your own. Right? You need to be stable and mentally healthy enough to do that. Not everybody is. I don't know what people don't understand. Like, people want to turn Planned Parenthood into Margaret Sanger. That's not what was going on here, right? There were people vehemently already denying their right to have children, leaving kids in dumpsters, leaving them outside of fire departments, right? This was already happening until we gave people reproductive control. And then what happened? People stopped having kids. Isn't that your answer right there? That a lot of people were not ready. So however you want to romanticize this and act like, well, she made a choice. Now we're talking about a possible teenager, a possible person who was abused, possible person who's really just not mentally ready to have a child. This isn't Roe v. Wade problem. It's that y'all don't value your own children. Wait, what if that person didn't want to get pregnant, but they live in a state that doesn't have any options? I mean, you guys are being a little dense. We're being a little dense here. All right, let's continue though.
Compared to now, it was relatively cool. Needless to say, though, it was quite a shock. Your roommate found a baby in a car seat in the driveway of your home. What do you think about that?
Yeah, horrible. Who would do something like that? But there was a witness who saw everything. Yeah, there's a guy who lives, I think he's a neighbor, and he saw this woman running away once she left the baby there.
Now, we don't know who that witness is, but no doubt police do, and they're asking any other witnesses, people who have information, surveillance video, to give them a call. Now, there is a law that allows people to legally and safely leave their babies in various places. And with a quick check, we found a hospital, Advent Health East, less than 3 miles away, and a fire station less than 2 miles away. I'm in Orange County. Michelle Meredith, Western News.
Yeah, and you know, I love the uber rational people like, oh, who had control? What we're not getting here, guys, is that when you put people in desperate situations, they're most likely going to make the worst decisions. They're going to be thinking very obtuse. They're not going to be thinking about it in the way that somebody who really cares about a child should be thinking about it. This is what we're not getting here. It's not fair to the child. Now, what if a child's having a child? What if a 14 or 15 or 16-year-old was pregnant with this baby and they couldn't tell nobody, their body didn't change that much, and they weren't mentally apt to take care of a child, right? Which was a lot of the cases that were going on back in the days. But what you're not getting here is that we're regressing. The problem is that we are regressing as a society, right? We're not understanding how these things lead to more problems versus more solutions. All right, let's move on to the next story, right? Because I showed you that one just to be a little bit shocking for you. But this video here, sorry, it's another 2-minute video about the 1-week-old baby. And these are the people who actually found it. Joanne says, I would recommend watching a program called Call the Midwife. It's based in 2096 London, but they discovered this exact social problem in a poor area. Okay, very interesting. Okay, 1960s. All right, that makes sense. I'm like, wait, it's a futuristic show? But yeah, 1960s definitely was a time. There was a period in the world where people were doing a lot of psychological research. 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Those happen to be one of those time periods. So yeah, I'm sure that would be really good. But let's go into this next video here on that 1-week-old baby. I just wanted to kind of point out what it is that people found when they found this child, because it's really, to me, it's really bizarre that a 1-week-old baby was left alone. Like, I understand. I just feel like hearing this story made me think like we're reverting back, like people are regressing. But this is what, the people who were actually present there speak Spanish, so there's going to be translations. But
Only on 9, this newborn boy is safe tonight after being alone in someone's driveway in Orange County, again in his car seat. Giovanni Diaz is the only reporter that got this video of the baby and the moment the child was found. And he joins us from where this all happened on Lido Street. And Gio, you also were the only one to speak with the person who called 911 after this discovery.
I sure did, Greg, and he was quite emotional when he was going over all the details as it all unfolded here this morning. He told me he actually came out to take the trash out, and that's when he saw the baby right by his front door.
Oh, Dios mío, es una criatura, un bebé.
Who could have left a baby in the driveway? It's a mystery Carlos says could have ended very differently.
Hoy en la mañana me levanté.
I woke up this morning and it was taking the trash out, opened the door and saw the baby, he says. He was the one who called 911 when he saw the child by his front door. Take a look at this video exclusively shared with Channel 9 showing the little boy in a blanket. This other video shows a police officer already at the location holding the baby. I asked him if he knows the child or his parents.
No, la verdad no.
I have no idea who that was. People around here said it was a woman who dropped him off and ran away. It all happened here on Lido Street Monday morning. These pictures show the police presence at the time, just before 7:30.
I see for the other windows, allow cars.
right, so this is exactly a template of what was happening back in the days, right? You had women driving to different neighborhoods, areas, dropping the babies off in front of churches, hospitals, even just a highly populated area, they would drop the baby off, right, in the hopes that somebody else would take the responsibility, and then this would be an orphan. That baby would go into the system, and infants are easy to get adopted, right? It's a brand new baby. You can start and teach it whatever you need to because it's new. It's a new baby. So, yeah, very, very sad case here. They're just going to keep talking about how, again, the baby was left there. And the only reason why it was even found is because that man was going to take out the trash. Right? Really sad situation. Let's get into this Montgomery Mary, as I name her. Right? This is a woman who we found out was leaving her children alone for months. Okay, now let me say this, right? There's a lot of single parents who want sympathy for having so many kids, and they want people to not hold them accountable for the things that they do. But let me just tell you this. If you got a couple kids under your belt, you have 2, 3, 4 kids, at the end of the day, you need to find child care. Whether that's a family member, whether that's a neighbor that you can trust that has children, somebody that has demonstrated an ability to be trustworthy. You need childcare. You cannot leave your older child alone home with a bunch of younger siblings, right? That's not a safe environment here, right? So you have this woman and a few other people on this story that we're going to be talking about, who literally felt like because they left their children with an older kid that it was safe, that they didn't have to check on it, that they were old enough to fend for themselves. And that's just bizarre to me. Even a double digits child, like 12, 13, is not capable and able of taking care of multiple children. It's not their job, and they're not ready to do that, right? They're not ready to.
County mother is wanted by police in 2 different states tonight after investigators say her 2 young children were found in deplorable living conditions.
The 12 and 3-year-old were left alone to fend for themselves for nearly 2 months. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is live outside the home where all of this happened. Brooke?
Yeah, all of this really hard to believe. Now, the mom left about a few months ago, but they moved into this home a year ago, and the children were never enrolled in school in Texas. So officials tell me it was really easy for all of this to just go unnoticed. Inside this home, a nightmare for 2 young children, 12 and 3 years old. Roman Forest Police Chief Stephen Carlisle says they were abandoned for nearly 2 months.
There was no food in the house. Everything was empty. There was some dry beans and some spices, is about it.
So what that means is that the kids ran out of food really quickly. She wasn't even checking on them. She wasn't sending grocery orders, nothing. This woman basically just left them to fend for themselves, which is crazy, like, just insane, I really wonder why some people have kids, because what exactly, Joanne? 2 months ago? How? I couldn't even picture leaving my cat alone for 2 days. 2 full days I couldn't picture leaving my cat alone, much less a child. My cat, I won't leave him alone for 24 hours, much less 48. And you're talking about leaving a child alone for 2 months. Like, it's just crazy. And they probably said, oh, there's enough food in there. They should, if they don't eat it all in one day, then that's enough food for 2 months. I survive off of that for 2 months. That's the type of parents that be doing this to kids. Joanne Jenkins said they had back alley women who could help with an unwanted pregnancy. That's what I'm saying about the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, right? There was definitely the brujeria, right? That gives you the little drink that causes an abortion. Or there was the neighborhood areas that can help you get rid of that unwanted pregnancy. All of that stuff became popular because women were not about it. Women weren't going to do it. You weren't going to force women to have kids. Like, even though a lot of women were being forced to have kids and raise them, there was a lot of women who were like, nah, I'm leaving this kid somewhere. Like, nah, I'm jumping down this flight of stairs. Nah, I'm taking that drink that's going to make me get an abortion. Like, a lot of women were rejecting that because they weren't ready. They didn't want to. It was being forced on them, right? And what was society's decision? Let's roll back the reproductive rights of women. So let's make them desperate again. We saw what they did in the 1960s when they were under duress about the need to reproduce and have children. Now let's see what they'll do in 2025. Best of luck to those who don't think this is going to get worse. It's definitely going to get worse. But let's watch this video here on this mom.
Their mother, Raven Yates, left them in late September, he says. There's been a warrant out for her arrest since December. Investigators say the 12-year-old never told anyone because she was threatened by what might happen to her little brother. They have different fathers.
And she was afraid that her father was going to take her and leaving the 3-year-old by himself.
Fearful, she obeyed. She'd call her father, saying mom was working and he would send food. According to police, he's a music producer in California. He called police once family members spotted Yates in Mobile, Alabama, where she's from, without her kids.
When he got a call from his ex-mother-in-law and they put 2 and 2 together, he caught the first plane over here.
Investigators shocked to see how they were living.
The officer.
And that's so sad. Like, First of all, you can tell by this neighborhood that this is like a, I don't know honestly when it comes to Texas, but like it's not a poor looking neighborhood. It's a nice house, right? So it's very easy to think that nothing could be going on behind those doors, right? But these two kids, one old enough to like ideally fend for herself, but then an infant, a toddler, right? A 3-year-old is still a baby. Like that's literally a baby that will still be hooked to your side. That's not even that's a child that's completely dependent on whatever adult is there. And there's no adult present if there's a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old only. That's the sad part. A lot of people act like it's society that parentifies their children. A lot of people parentify their kids, right? When you put your child in the role of what an adult is supposed to do, that's you parentifying your kid, right? That's not society, that's not the world, that's you. You're telling your child, no, you should be able to take on something that you can't literally take on as a kid, right? Which is raising a kid. As a child who hasn't even finished being raised themselves, no, you can't raise another child. So no. And it's so sad because it seems like in this case too, like the mom was kind of alluding like she was taking care of the kid, and the 12-year-old was manipulated enough to protect this environment because she's thinking like, oh damn, like I'm not gonna have my little sibling around me if I tell the truth about how my mother has been treating us. And that's really sad to manipulate a child like that, manipulate a child into silence. All right, let's hear some more about this Montgomery trash.
Checked the bedroom of the children and discovered heavy urine odor coming from the 3-year-old's bed.
Yates continues to be active on social media, posting to her thousands of followers as investigators work with Mobile police to arrest the 31-year-old's mom. She's wanted on 2 counts of abandoning or endangering a child without intent to return. She hasn't responded to our messages.
A 12-year-old cannot take care of a 3-year-old for a long period of time. It's dangerous, especially over a month and a half. It's dangerous, it's irresponsible of a parent.
Now, Yates also has a 14-year-old girl. She was reported as a runaway around the same time when police say she left the younger children. Tonight,
I wonder why the 14-year-old ran away. Because she probably became the caregiver. And I'm telling you, feminine women, our energy is not to take on the burden of the world. I don't know why people keep lying and saying that that's the energy. This little girl probably was taking on the burden of raising all of her siblings. Her younger sister is probably a little bit more, even more responsible than her. And she probably didn't want nothing to do with this. That's why she ran away. Right? And it sounds like all the kids have their own dad. Right? This is what parents that don't want to actually raise their kids do. They put the raising off on other kids. If you're really, truly a parent who wants to have kids, you're going to sit there and raise your kids. You're going to make sure they get the lessons and information that they need. You're not going to take off and make their younger sibling raise them. I mean, that's not productive or helpful to those kids at all.
So police tell me all 3 children have been reunited. They are safe and they are with a family member in Alabama. We are live in New Caney. I'm Brooke Taylor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, let's move on to the next story here. Obviously, that situation there was really disturbing. It seems like this woman didn't have any care for her kids. To leave her kids for 2 months, like at the end of the day, a 12-year-old, like I said, is not capable of really taking care of a kid long term. Actually, even throughout a whole day, I don't even think they're capable of doing that. I think that's even a lot of burden to put on a teenager. So, I mean, this parent obviously wanted nothing to do with their kids, and it sucks. Now, this one here, I want you guys to let me know in the chat what you think. Right? This one was more of 2 single parents going to the beach with their kids and just making a series of wrong choices. All right, let's continue.
6 kids here, all under the age of 10 by themselves.
And they're going farther and farther down.
Just walking.
No,
in the water. In the water by themselves.
All of them.
I think you need a leash for your kids, ma'am. I don't normally like to do that in front of the kids, but you want to start your mouth?
On May 24th, 2024, officers responded to a beach following a report of 6 children left alone with no guardians present while their parents went to the store.
Who's the oldest? How old are you, sweetie?
10.
You're 10. How old are you, hon?
8.
8. 4. 6. 4. 5. 7. 6. 6. Oh, we got one more, hon. 3. 4. Oh, see, if I would have kept with 4, I would have been right eventually. All right, where are you guys from? Iowa. There's no water in Iowa. So does anybody have a phone on them? Nobody's got a cell phone. Got an iPad? Can you make a phone call on that iPad?
You got a watch.
You got a watch?
Because your watch cute. Call your mom.
So mom went to Walmart. How long ago?
20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20.
Do you know what time it is now?
No.
Do you know what time she left?
No.
So who knows how long ago?
Like 20 minutes.
What'd your mom tell you?
She took the baby to go get the Walmart.
Oh, she took her baby at least.
Right.
Well, at least she did that. She had a baby she took with her. She didn't leave the baby here.
He's only 2.
Oh, he... Yeah. Do you know mom's phone number? No? Do you know phone number? Anybody know a phone number? What's your phone number?
I don't have a phone.
You don't have a phone?
No, I'm sick.
I can't call you then. Can you call mom on that?
Yeah.
Who are you guys here with besides mom?
My mom and their mom.
And both of them went to Walmart.
No, my mom went to get the groceries.
Uh-huh.
There she is. Oh, there's my mom. Yeah,
That's your mom?
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
10 minutes.
10 minutes before I got here?
So, probably, yeah. I've been here for a little bit.
Who's the one that called us or called?
Nobody called. I was flagged down.
You were driving past
by
me.
a group of
Hi.
them there.
Who are you?
I'm mom of 3 of the boys.
And where are you coming from?
Now, I'm just going to say this. If you're traveling cross country with children or wherever, I don't know how far Iowa is from Florida, but I think it's pretty far. I don't understand how you could just leave your kids somewhere, though. Like, you're not even from the state. You don't know, like, if this is a beach where the creeps hang out. Like, you don't know a lot. So I don't get how you're leaving your kids at the beach. All right, like, to me, this is more like being irresponsible than it is like straight out abandoning your kids, like the cases we've just seen. But this is insane here. Let's see what more is going to go down in this situation. 6 kids in the Gulf Florida waters. Riptides are pulling them into the water about 50 feet away from the shore. All right, that's what a person on the beach was saying. That's what a lifeguard said.
So their mom just pulled up and I just went up there to switch.
Okay.
She just pulled up with a Walmart order and she was coming down. The baby just had...
And you thought it was just fine to leave 3, 4, 5, 6 kids here at the beach?
Switching out.
Okay, let me finish talking, first of all. You thought it was okay to leave 6 kids here, all under the age of 10, by themselves, at the beach, with no adult supervision, where they could just wander off into the water. Who the hell knows where they go? At least 10 minutes. How long have you been gone for?
I just left to go.
Yeah, at least 10 minutes ago.
I can
tell you it's now been 11 minutes.
So I'm Officer Williams, Officer Sweeten with the Panama City Beach Police Department. We got called. He actually, he got flagged down because these kids are just sitting there by themselves.
Okay, I apologize.
Do you have your ID with you?
I do not.
No, you don't even have your ID with you. You don't leave them with a cell phone. Little man's got a watch.
Yes.
We think it works.
It does work. And they have an iPad they can call me off of as well.
What's your first name, ma'am?
Janelle?
Janelle?
Yes.
What's a good phone number for you?
Hey, the police are down here. In between time of when you pulled up with the Walmart order and Yosan had poop everywhere, like I thought you were coming right back when I went to go take the Walmart order.
This is all of you, right? You're not missing anybody?
No.
Besides your little 2-year-old brother?
No, and like I said, I just went up there to to pull the Walmart order up and park the car, and we were swapping a note.
What's your phone number? Hi, ma'am. You're the one that flagged the beach officer down?
Did.
So what did you see?
Okay, well,
What can you tell me?
her stuff is right here.
Okay, now which one's she?
The one long-haired one.
Black shirt,
Mhm.
long hair, okay.
I guess there was 2 women. I didn't see the other one.
Okay, that's their stuff right there with the green bog bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
She came down and took a picture of them, and then all of a sudden she was gone.
Do you know what time that was at?
45 minutes ago.
45 minutes ago.
Hour, maybe?
Do you know what time it is now?
Well, it's got to be maybe 12:31.
Almost 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So
It had to be 45 minutes.
you're saying at least 12 o'clock. If it's
So She's saying the kids have been out there for 40 minutes. Let me just say something. If you're coming, yeah, it's insane, Empress. If you're coming from Iowa with children to a place that you don't know, yeah, leaving them for 40 minutes and letting them go in the water, whether they're strong swimmers or not, and I bet they are strong swimmers. Oh, thank you so much, Empress, for the gift. I didn't see that till just now. Thank you so much. I didn't see that. Um, like I said, the actual chat doesn't show you any of that stuff. Like in the stream, I only see it if I go to my phone. So thank you so much. But to me, this was crazy because how do you leave the kids alone for that long? You're from out of state. You don't know what the water is like, whether the kids are strong swimmers or not. Like I said, whether they're strong swimmers or not, a riptide is a riptide. Right? Don't you want to keep track of where your kids are if you're at the beach somewhere that you don't know? Like, I get you might want to like give them the experience, but this is to me where things become kind of irresponsible. This woman would not. I don't think she would have called the cops if she wasn't like genuinely worried. And a lot of the times, the locals will humble you. They'll be like, "No, this is whether your kid can swim good or not. This is like tide pool territory. Like the kid could very well be trapped in water that's very dangerous to be swimming in. That's kind of pulling you under the current, which is scarier than riptide, right? It's a lot that can be going on. So for people to just leave their kids, this is why drowning and drowning in pools in the ocean is like a very, very big concern during the summertime, because a lot of people think that you can just leave kids by the water. Oh, okay, you taught them how to swim, they're good. That's not all that it takes. Sometimes it's energy, strength. Sometimes kids get tired. They can't row themselves with their arms and legs out of a massive ocean, right? They'll pass away trying to swim to the shore. That's something that can happen to children. So I don't get how people are they're comfortable leaving kids by the water. Yeah, that's irresponsible. And we're going to see here, like, the cops are going to deal with this how they will. But I don't think these people are lying on these parents.
It's 12:50 exactly.
Yeah.
You're saying around 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 10-year-old. So we're just watching them.
Yep.
And they're going farther and farther down.
Just walking
No, in the
water. In the water. In the water by themselves.
All of them.
I'll be back. I'll be back. But they're all in the water and no parent is around them supervising them.
In charge of child.
Absolutely.
You think so?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Hey, this on-call state attorney? Doing well. Hey, so I have a situation down here. At least 45 minutes the mother was gone. They're not from here. They're from Iowa. So my understanding is they're not really familiar with the water or the area itself. Do you think that's enough for child neglect? All right. He's going to look into it and call me back. Who are you?
I'm on the
Oh, your mom too. Okay. Where are you coming from?
just came out the room.
Where were you before that? Went to Walmart.
Yeah.
By yourself?
With my son.
How old's your son?
2.
Don't happen to have your ID with you, do you? What's your first name?
Mariah.
How do you spell that?
Mariah.
Nobody knows how to.
So I just looked it up. From Iowa to Florida, so we're talking about close to middle America, it's a 21-hour drive. So these people are in a completely new territory. Iowa next to Illinois, looks like Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan, Missouri, Oklahoma. Iowa is way over there. So for these children and these people to be coming from way, way out of state and to just be willy-nilly letting their kids stay in the water, that's a long time. 45 minutes to be unattended. And actually, they're lucky to have people on this beach that care about kids. Because there's some people who see stuff like this and they're like, oh, it ain't my kids. I don't give a damn. They ain't my kids. And it's really sad, but that's the world we live in. You can't rely on your neighbors or the public to take care of your children. You have to be responsible for them. But that's crazy. 21-hour drive away from their home, and they just left them on the beach.
Put them in the Gulf. I don't care who you are, how old you are. You can't leave 6 kids unsupervised out here.
I was supposed to come right back out,
She
but he
was
pooped
bringing
and
the
I
Walmart
just...
order back. And
I
was.
apologize.
What's your
It's
middle
my
name?
fault.
We were switching out.
Mariah, what's your middle name?
Lynn.
So if she went up to the top, if she went topside to go take care of her son's poop and go to Walmart, then why did you leave the beach?
No. She pulled up with
I
the
pulled
Walmart
up,
order.
but then I
and
can't
I
smell,
jumped in the
so
car.
she said, oh, he pooped. So I'm like, dang,
I thought
take him
she
out.
was coming down here, and I went to go park the car.
At which point did you discuss, oh, he pooped? Up there?
No, when she was getting out of the
took him
car.
out of the car.
So
I
you
had
were
to go
both up there while 6 kids were down here, at which point you discovered that there's poop on the child.
But they know how to swim.
Right. There's people don't see any concern.
No, I do see it.
Hey guys, come up with me real quick. We're gonna run upstairs and change a diaper.
Like,
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't that. Okay. So you went to Walmart.
And I parked
J-
at the street.
J-
I called Janelle. And
Janelle.
I let her know.
okay. You went to Walmart.
Yeah.
What time did you leave to Walmart?
It's like 11:15.
11:15. Okay. How long were you at Walmart?
Not that long. I pulled in the space. I said I parked.
Okay.
And they brought out the order. And
So okay, so you did the pickup order.
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you think you get back around? Noon.
I can tell you.
Okay.
I called Janelle.
Have any of your kids had swim lessons before?
Yes.
What kind of swimming? Pool swimming?
Yeah.
Is this your first time here in Panama City Beach?
Yes.
When did you guys?
I told them to just stay like up on the shoreline. When I left to go to Walmart, I told my girls stay by
Okay.
the shoreline.
But you left and you talked with Janelle and Janelle said, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'll watch
she
your
said
kids
she
for
was
you."
watching them, yes.
Okay. But then you got back here
And I called her.
and you called her and said, "Hey, I'm here with the groceries."
12:08. Yeah.
Okay, now what? I'm here with the groceries. What do I need to do? Then what happened?
She said she would come grab the groceries.
And you said.
I said that I would go over here with the kids.
Okay.
Because we were supposed to swap out.
What was your thought on that? That you're gonna wait? That you were gonna leave the kids here by themselves, or you were not gonna
No,
leave? Okay.
I was at the car. She didn't want to leave the groceries in the car, so she said, "I'm gonna run out.
Okay.
Come down."
Okay.
So I said, "Okay." And then as I was getting out the car, she said, "Oh, he pooped." So I said, "Okay, well I got to go and change him then, obviously."
Sure.
Because he pooped. I can't smell, so I didn't know he pooped, but he was fussing in the car.
Okay.
So it made sense.
Okay. But Janelle was supposed to be there with the kids the entire time. So you called her and said, "Hey, I'm here."
Yes. And then I realized he pooped, and I said,
And
"Okay,
then,
go change him."
but then she came up before you came back down.
Yeah.
And she was up there for 45 minutes?
And let me just say this too, like the reason why I think we're getting a lot of energy, like this cop is mad, right? Somebody, as a cop who works in the Gulf of Florida, I bet you he probably sees a lot of children and people in general drowning, right? So the idea that parents would leave children that age, those age ranges, unattended in the water for so long is very distressing, right? Kids are vulnerable. They're vulnerable to their environment. They're a little bit smaller, weaker. It's part of growing, right? So I can understand why he's upset here. I don't get how they would feel comfortable with a 3-year-old by the water. Like, that's insane. That would be like I would be shaking everywhere I went to leave a 3-year-old in even like a 1-foot pool, much less the ocean. Even if they were a perfect, great swimmer. Even if they were a mermaid in real life, like that would be a lot.
Yeah.
While your kids, your 3 daughters, are down here unsupervised.
I checked out the thing. I could see them out there, and while I was changing him, and then I was trying to hurry up and get the stuff in this bag and come back.
Because the person who flagged the lifeguard down said that they were in the water by themselves.
In the water.
In the water.
I saw them by the shoreline.
Yeah, at one point they were in the water. I don't know.
This right here.
In the green area of the water.
Like right there where they are right now.
Where are they at? No, they were.
They were farther out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I told them not to go that far. I'm sorry. This is.
Yeah. And she said the current's pushing west.
Yeah, I
so
understand.
they were.
And I told them not to go there.
Yeah.
That's no. See, I told them that.
Yeah. So they were.
I understand. Yeah.
They were about. I guess they went in kind of where we're at now, but then they were getting pushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your kids right there in the pink and
right
purple.
there. See, this is as far as I told them they could go.
Yeah.
This is as far. I told them
I don't know,
farther than your legs.
I don't know exactly how far out they were, but even that's way too far.
It's lucky we didn't catch her driving because their license is suspended.
Oh no.
Judging by that you said, yeah, we met at the car, and I know you went to Walmart. I'm telling you right now, I catch you driving, go to jail.
So she says she got back at 12:08. She went to Walmart, did the Walmart pickup. Janelle said, I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to watch the kids. So she gets back, she calls Janelle and says, hey, I'm here with the groceries. And she says she was thinking that they were going to swap out. Janelle was going to take care of the groceries. She was going to come back down, but they weren't going to leave the kids alone.
No, we weren't.
So, anyway, Janelle decides to come up and says, hey, it smells like your son.
At the car,
Yeah,
she told me when I was getting out the car that it smelled like he pooped because I can't smell.
She said she got back around 12 away because that's what time she called Janelle.
I'm just wondering, like, why, when she got topside to help you at the car,
I was supposed to come down here.
What?
But
she's dealing with her 2-year-old.
The diaper.
No one thought, hey, who's watching the kids down?
She was supposed to come back, I thought. She's been here lots of times, so I thought.
Janelle has been?
Yeah, so I don't know what the rules are and stuff. So.
Well, it's not the rules specifically about anything. It's the common sense. Oh, yeah, the water. Yeah, and I know you don't.
Like, I don't know how far it's
Essentially, it's classified as child neglect.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, both of them are slow. Because one, why are you rationalizing that? Like, you should be trying to distance yourself between a person who left your kid outside and you, right? Because you would never do that. That would be the argument, right? You shouldn't be trying to make excuses for them. At this point, I don't think people understand that kids are vulnerable. And there's a lot of people who have kids, but then treat those kids like they're supposed to be responsible for other children. And it's ridiculous. Children are not responsible for other kids. If a child is not old enough to be responsible for themselves, then they shouldn't be responsible for other children. I think that starts to change as they become teenagers and things. 15, 16, 17, by that age, kids become very independent. But again, if they're not responsible for themselves at that age yet, then a lot of the burden does fall back on their parents. So.
You went, if you took your kids to the pool, and you left your kids at the pool, what would happen there? She says her kids have had swimming lessons in a pool setting, but not in open water.
How long were they left alone total?
Close to 40 minutes, it sounds like. At least we're not missing anybody. We're not out there pulling bodies out of from the bottom.
Because Beach and Surf already rounded them all up for us.
Right.
Nice.
So how long do you think they were in the water for?
Over a half hour.
How far out do you think they were?
Oh, God.
Further than this kid right here?
The one in the ponies?
Yep.
They're way out.
Way out there.
Way out.
Oh, you see where those two are at right there? Closer?
Quite that far, but pretty.
So 50 feet.
Yep. And the little one, he was in his shark inner tube, and he just kept floating and floating and floating. And I went over and I said, hey, buddy, why don't you come back over by your siblings? I said, where's your mom? He goes, well, she went to get food. And he kept pointing up here. And I'm thinking, okay, she's at the bar. And then we brought him back over, and then he kept going. But then he got lost. He came up on the beach, and he didn't know where his stuff was. And I saw him wandering.
That shark inner tube right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw him wandering, and I'm like, hey, come over here. And I introduced myself, and I'm like, I don't want you to get hurt. Like, where's your mom? Well, then the older siblings came out, and we talked to all of the kids. And I go, who's the oldest? And the bigger girl, she's like, I'm 10. I go, honey, you're too young to be watching these kids. Like, this isn't on you. I'm like, you're going to have fun, I did it. I said, but nobody's paying attention.
Yeah. At least you guys were paying attention to them, and we're not looking for 6 kids in the water right now.
Right. Well, the little one's down here right now, and they're all over here. Like,
So look, that little guy, where's
he's right here, look at him.
where's she at right now?
Yeah, right here. And they're all over here. Are you kidding me? He's just running.
I think you need a leash for your kids, ma'am.
One lady's gonna get charged with neglect, which is a felony. Yep. All right. I guess I'll put her in my car.
Miss Janelle, can you put some shoes on and a shirt?
We're gonna go have a talk up here.
We're gonna talk with her for a little bit, okay? She is gonna be coming with us, okay? She'll be able to call you when she's ready to get out. That is being a great citizen, by the way. You know what? That way everybody else knows what's going on. That they know that we're out here and we have a zero tolerance. Okay? I don't normally like to do that in front of the kids, but if you want to start your mouth,
I want to say goodbye to my kids.
I get it. And I don't blame you.
Where are your shoes?
64 Panama Beach.
Those black ones. Can you put some, I have no socks. You got everything you're going to need? Yeah.
You can come and talk at the truck. Let's go.
Phone's in her left front pocket there.
It's going to sit up there with me. Sit down. Are you completely okay with letting her take care of your children, or do we need to have him come DC up to come in?
No, she can do it.
You're comfortable letting her take care of your kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
She lives with them.
The woman was charged with neglect of a child.
And you know, to me, it's kind of like those situations are a little tough because there was 2 parents included. But I think the fact that one of them she had the immediate attention of the kids, she should have been more cognizant of okay, I'm going to talk to this lady up here. Let me bring the kids with me or something. She just left them there, that's a sign that she's probably been neglectful before. It's just nobody caught her before. All right, let's get into this. This one here irritated my spine, my soul. It made spiders crawl up my back. I don't like situations like this. This gives me the belief that a lot of people are neglecting their kids and we're just not detecting it. So let's get into this one here.
July 28th, 2024, a deputy responded to a home in Bunnell, Florida, after a neighbor found a 3-year-old girl alone in a pool. The child was pulled from the water, but no parents could be found. After 20 minutes of knocking, calling, and
yeah, you heard that right. A 3-year-old was found alone in a pool. Right? This is bizarre to me. This is bizarre to me because that's a toddler, and I don't even think you should leave a toddler alone for 2 minutes, much less 30 minutes in the water, right? Now, there's a couple of statements that are going to stand out that this mom is going to say about the situation. Now, this is how you can tell that people are neglectful. Okay, let's get into this one.
shouting. The neighbor called police. Let's find out what happened.
Nice to meet you. I'm Deputy Coma.
Good. And this is my husband, Dave. He's on the porch. This is the child. I'm not going to say it in front of her, but that pink pool right there, she was in that by herself. I've asked her mother, we knocked on the door. The door was already open. I hollered for them. My husband hollered for them. And nobody has come out yet.
Okay.
So, you know, she was in that pool by herself, and we didn't want to see her drown. I know of friends that their children have drowned from them. Just so that
she didn't have like any pool gear on her.
Oh, she was totally by herself. Mom and them's asleep or something.
Okay.
I don't know what they're doing.
Okay. All right. And this was how long ago?
This has been 20 minutes.
20 minutes since, and no one has come in.
Haven't checked. My neighbor's been out there too, so you know, we didn't want to call, but I told Dave, I said, look, she was in the pool with water in it.
And let me just say, some of these have nuance, right? The one that we just watched had a lot of nuance. Okay, there was nuance because the parents were technically loading and unloading the car. To me, I don't think there was a lot because the kids were left alone and they went in the water, and the parents should have known that, right? But some of these have a lot of nuance. This one does not. What's going on, Rory? He says, yay, body cam. This one does not. Yay, I'm glad you caught the stream as well. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today, this Tuesday. I'm trying to do every other day streams, but not scheduled days because sometimes that might fall on different days. So thank you for joining me here today. But yes, this one's a little different. Parents are present, but there's a little bit more going on beneath the surface. Let's continue here, okay?
It takes a split second for a child to drown. Yeah. I said, because we did knock on her door, gave her an opportunity to come to the door, And then we yelled at them inside the door and nobody still came. I said, to me, that's a red flag, and we're obligated for that child to call.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely
There's
true.
no hard feelings with us or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
And the child called.
look how small they are. I mean, the child can drown in 3 inches
I
of
have
water.
grandchildren, and that
Yeah.
is like.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna go. The child's safe with you guys. And the child's fine.
Yeah.
Does the child show any symptoms or anything wrong or anything like that?
Absolutely not.
All right. So what's going on today?
I was just sleeping.
Yeah.
That's all I told him.
Did you guys have like a long night?
Yeah.
It is 6 o'clock. All right, so the neighbor over there, she found her in this pool, this little baby pool, and she like opened your door and she said she was hollering for you guys. And you guys must know, where's the child usually at? Or where do you guys sleep?
Before we hear whatever nonsense is about to come out of the two of their mouths, right? The neighbor opens the door and was hollering, and that didn't wake them up? Bro, what are you smoking and drinking on during the day that you can't hear somebody bust up in your house? That's a major red flag, because that's a safety risk issue as well, right? You can't even tell when people are in your home that aren't necessarily supposed to be there. That's a concern, right? Somebody comes into your house, breaks in, you don't hear anything. That's a major, major concern there, right? So that's the first red flag here. Now let's hear what they're gonna say about why things went down the way they did.
In your room's over to the left, and she's in the middle room.
No, not in the room. In the front.
The front room.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we was just sleep. This is the first time she actually done some bull crap like that.
How old is she?
That's the first time she done some bull crap like that. That's a 3-year-old. So yeah, 3-year-olds are definitely gonna do some bull crap. And I'm sure when you were 3 and all the 3-year-olds that you knew were doing bull crap at 3 years old. Right? Kids are just kids. They don't know better, and they're not going to do better at such young ages. You're going to have to teach, kind of program them to self-correct. Right? So this is weird. Also, we don't know off the bat that this is her child's father. So let's keep listening.
She just turned 3.
She just turned 3?
Yes.
Well, they said they've been, she's been with them for 20 minutes, and they were just concerned for your guys' safety because they opened the door and yelled at you guys for about 20 minutes and you guys weren't answering, so she was concerned if you guys were even...
They opened the door?
They said the door was open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What time did you guys go to bed? And when was the last time you saw her?
Well, we had taken a nap with her. That's why I don't understand.
Okay, she was sleeping with you guys?
Usually she would wake me up. This has never, ever happened before.
Yeah.
Usually she wakes me up and lets me know, hey, mommy. Or, she let me know if she's hungry or if she, I'm a very alert mom. So
Okay.
I'm a bad mom. So
I understand. This has never happened?
No, this is...
She's never walked outside the house before or anything like that?
The only one time that she did was 4th of July because we were over at their house I have another neighbor like a street over, and we were at their party for the 4th of July.
Okay.
And
Do you understand? She's a 3-year-old child.
I know.
That's like about a foot of water. A child can drown in 3 or 4 inches of water.
I completely
You understand how dangerous that can be? And I gotta ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Before I do, I'm gonna read you your rights. That doesn't mean you're in trouble.
Are you arresting me?
I have to come up with that conclusion. I'm just gonna read your rights. It's just a formality.
I don't have anybody to keep my picture. I've never been away from her like that. I can't. Like, this never happens.
Okay. Okay. At what time was the last time you saw your child?
We went to sleep maybe, we usually don't take late evening naps, but I just hurt my neck the other day when I was putting up the cameras and fell off the ladder, so my neck's been hurting. And she was in the bed with us, and we were watching a movie, and we just fell asleep. Probably.
Red flag number 2. This is a 2-month boyfriend, and you're falling asleep in the bed with your boyfriend and your child. Major red flag. Major red flag on the play. Red flag. Major red flag. Dusty, Empress says a Dusty. She's done this before. She's definitely done this before. And it's disturbing, like, that it doesn't click to these people, these women, these parents, whatever, that what they're doing is putting their children in danger. Or you would think she's talking about, like, a 2-month relationship, that she wouldn't have that child around her child while the child's vulnerable, while she's vulnerable, while she's sleeping. Like, that's crazy.
We fell asleep at least like maybe right at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, she was literally laying on his chest. That's why I don't understand. She's never came out of the door like this. She's never like.
Okay.
Freaking no, this is just a mess. I literally just got this.
Doesn't sound right.
Pool yesterday, and I was gonna take it down because when I went to put it up, the top of it doesn't blow up, but I still let her play in it like earlier today before it started raining, just to get some energy out and stuff, because we don't really come outside like that because the bugs are so bad.
All right, so the pool was filled all day today, right? You didn't fill it today at all, or it was filled yesterday?
It was filled yesterday, and then I brought her, but I didn't drain it out yesterday because I was going to bring her back out to play in it today. But when I realized the thing wasn't, the top part wasn't blowing up, it doesn't hold sustainably like it would if it would blow up. So I still let her play in it a little bit today, and then we just brought her in the house. She played in it for maybe like 2 hours earlier, but I sat outside and watched her. Yeah. I would never let her do that unsupervised, because I've seen things that can happen like that, and that's why I just don't understand, because she's never came out of the house like this without, like, the one time that she ran over to the neighbor's house, I had view of her. And
you were mentioning that happened July 4th, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you woke up at what time?
It was like 6:30.
Okay.
About 6:30 when I woke up and saw that you guys were, or that whichever one of you were here was out here, and he was walking out to the end of the driveway. Okay. But this never happens. Okay. Never happens.
And are you the biological mother of Nevaeh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is he to Nevaeh?
He's my boyfriend, but Nevaeh's dad isn't. In the picture?
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. He's your boyfriend. Is he to you like a caretaker to Nevaeh as well?
What do you mean? Is
he a caretaker? Like, if you leave the house, does he watch her?
No. I don't leave my daughter with anybody. No.
Okay. All right. Has she ever been? You say that pool's recently new.
Yeah, I literally just bought it yesterday.
Okay. And you say she has not done this besides on July 4th?
Yeah, she's never done this besides on July 4th. But when it happened on July 4th, I have a carpet right at my front door, and it's not easy. It's not easy to pull the door open.
Okay.
But somebody had, I don't even know, but somebody had tried to break into the house, and the door jamb is broken, and that's the only reason I'm thinking that she might have been able to open the door.
Okay.
But this has never happened.
Is that door locked ever?
Yeah, I keep it locked, but I'm just telling him I'll just have to get with the little handle thing that goes on the doorknob, and then I'm still gonna get a chain to go on the top of it to lock it from the inside, because this, like I said, this does not happen. I don't know if it's just because we got the pool and she wanted to come outside and play in it, but that's not like.
Okay.
This has never happened. I don't let her get out of my view like that.
Yeah. All right. And is the door like traditional, like twist knob to open it, or is it just like a simple pull or anything like that?
No, you're going to twist it to open it, but I usually lock the screen door too, because she doesn't know how to lock it. And I don't know how this happened.
So she's or the door handle's low, is she within arm's reach of the door handle? Have you ever seen her reaching for it beforehand?
No, she doesn't do this. She doesn't open the doors in my house, and usually when we take a nap and she wakes up, she'll wake me up. I don't know. It just might.
Okay.
I don't ever let this happen. This has never happened before. I cannot lose my child. Yeah, but this rarely happens. My neck's been hurting. I literally just put the camera up the other day, and I fell off of the ladder, and I broke my neck back in 2022 in a car accident in Indiana, and it just kind of like, it was hurting so bad, and she said something about, Mommy, I want to take a night-night, so she curled up in the bed, and we fell asleep. That's why I said it was normal like any other time, and like none of this ever happened, and I don't even know why she came out of the door like that. It's not her fault. I should have. If I get arrested, I don't have any money to keep her, and I'm sorry, but I don't trust any man to keep my daughter like that. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't leave her with anybody unless she goes to daycare. She's always with me. I've never been away from.
The child is 3 years old. So you're telling me she left the child unattended while sleeping with her boyfriend? Essentially, the child is 3 years old. She left her child unattended while she was sleeping with a man in her home. You know, this is the thing here that I have to ask people, right? Do people truly think Conchonnery said something's missing? What do you think's missing? The truth? No, the mom was worried about her boyfriend in the bed with her. Ooh, sorry, I'm looking at a picture. I'm like, that looks cute. Black hair. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Do you mind grabbing him for me so I can talk to him? As you can tell, no one's in handcuffs. Just something we have to do. Comes court of law. And
oh, yeah, I know, because somebody else actually didn't do that from y'all team. And that's how my charges got dropped.
Alright. Who are you in terms of a family picture? Are you dating Cassidy?
Yeah, that's
okay. Okay. Does Cassidy ever leave Nevaeh with you alone? Are you a caregiver at all, and by any means?
Only if she has to do something, like say like something outside or something.
Okay. Does she get out much? Does she go?
She really can't.
Basically, if she has to do something, she leaves her child with this degenerate who just said she be on some BS. This is a 3-year-old we're talking about, by the way. A 3-year-old. Yeah, the truth is missing. On one hand, why isn't she also taking care of her kids? On the other hand, don't leave a toddler unattended. Yeah, let's continue.
All right. So, and how long have you been with Cassidy?
2 months.
2 months? Okay. So, you don't really consider yourself a caregiver at all?
I'm not going to say I don't care.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying you don't care. I'm just saying in terms of, like... Guardianship.
Oh, I guess not. No.
Okay. All right, then. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, actually, I do got one. What's going to happen to me?
I don't know. We're trying to figure that out. Obviously, we don't have the power to do so. Obviously, since she's a minor, she's a toddler, we're gonna have to contact DCF, and DCF does their own thing as well. They do their own investigation. They talk to everyone involved. They may talk to you. They'll talk to her.
Oh, that's fine, man.
Yeah, they're a lot more, qualified in terms of deciding where a child should be placed, or goes, or stays. They can. I think I've concluded everything here. Can you turn around for me and put your hands behind your back?
Can I call somebody to get my daughter, please?
We'll work that out.
Give us 1 second, okay? You make a phone call, okay? Just give us 1 sec. I'll hold your phone. I don't want your kid seeing you in handcuffs, okay? I know you want to say, I'm like, listen, you want to see your kid 100%. I would too, but I don't want her to see you in handcuffs, okay?
So, what do you think is the best option for your daughter? Do you think your daughter should stay here? Do you think your daughter should stay here with him? Over there with the neighbors? They say they have 22 grandchildren.
I'd still prefer to at least try to call my sister and my brother and see if one of them could come pick her up.
We can definitely make that phone call happen.
She was arrested for child neglect without causing great bodily harm. Thank you for watching Cop Cam Nation. Be sure to...
Yeah, and the thing too becomes, and feel free guys to subscribe to Cop Cam Nation. I am going to try to link all these channels in my description box after the fact. I've been trying to go back and do that, but sometimes I forget. All right. I will say with that one, like, she obviously was neglectful, but like, to me, I don't see why she has... Okay. Let's say the dad is not in the picture. I still don't think, like, why do these women always want to bring some random dude around the child? That person isn't going to see your child like their kid, or like a kid in general sometimes. Like, it's ridiculous. But let's see this next one here. We've seen some cases of neglect. We've seen cases of irresponsible parents. We flat out seen abandonment, right? Leaving a 1-year-old or a 1-week-old, for strangers to save, right? But let's get into this one here where this parent pretty much leaves a baby alone to go out and live their own young, wealthy
A father
life.
reaches out to police in panic after receiving a series of disturbing videos from anonymous text now numbers. Videos, he says, were sent by his child's mother, who had been leaving their 1-year-old alone while she went out with friends. The footage sparks an urgent investigation. In the clips, the infant appears visibly distressed, revealing a troubling pattern of neglect. At one point, the mother tells the father he needs to come pick up their child, or she's going to leave the baby, and that's exactly what she did. She left the 1-year-old alone for nearly 2 hours. When the father rushed to her home, he found the baby by her side.
Let me just say this. This is not what anybody means when they say give the baby to the dad, right? Make sure that the safe delivery of the child to the father happens first. Don't just abandon your kids and say, hey, it's your job as the other parent to take care of them. Like, if you can't be the healthy parent, willfully give up your rights and let that parent raise the kid. Like, that's what I'll say. I don't understand why play this game of like, okay, I'm going to leave them on the street, come get them. Why would you do that with your own seed, your own child?
He grabbed his child and immediately drove to the police station. What started as a concerned father's plea turned into a case no one could ignore.
Hi there. Not too bad. How about you guys?
We've had better days.
Better days? What's going on today?
So, me and her mother split up, and I've, of course, been not answering her because she's crazy.
Just wants to fight.
Okay.
And she sent me videos of her just messing with her, pushing her in her head, making her cry. She's pouring, and I just wanted to go back emergency custody, or however I go about just getting custody of her or whatever.
Okay. Where do you
The
guys live
fighting
at?
started yesterday morning. And it's been
Gotcha.
going
3809 Simpson Avenue over in Fairfax.
And I would just say this, I've heard some crazy stories about how people treat their kids when the parent leaves them, right? When the other partner leaves them. It's despicable. It's despicable. I don't understand how somebody can treat their own, something they carried in their body, even as a woman. You carried that baby in your body for 9 months. And now because you have ill will or negative feelings towards the person who helped you create that child, that innocent child, you're pretty much going to turn against the child. Like, I don't blame this guy for saying, like, I want to go about getting emergency custody. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, like, and it's crazy. The guy's girlfriend is telling them what's been going on. So we're gonna rewind it a little bit, all right?
Police in panic after receiving a series of disturbing videos from anonymous text now numbers. Videos, he says, were sent by his child's mother, who had been leaving their 1-year-old alone while she went out with friends. The footage sparks an urgent investigation. In the clips, the infant appears visibly distressed, revealing a troubling pattern of neglect. At one point, the mother tells the father he needs to come pick up their child, or she's going to leave the baby, and that's exactly what she did. She left the 1-year-old alone for nearly 2 hours. When the father rushed to her home, he found the baby by herself. He grabbed his child and immediately drove to the police station. What started as a concerned father's plea turned into a case no one could ignore.
Hi there. Too bad. How about you guys?
We've had better days.
Better days? What's going on today?
So, me and her mother split up, and I've, of course, been not answering her because she's crazy.
Just wants to fight.
Okay.
And she sent me videos of her just messing with her, pushing her in her head, making her cry. She's pouring, and I just wanted to go emergency custody, or however I go about just getting custody.
That's crazy. I wonder why they blocked off what she said. Yeah, they redacted what she poured on
Emergency
her.
custody, or however I go about just getting custody of her or whatever.
Okay.
That's
Where do you
The
guys live
fighting
at?
started yesterday morning. And it's been
Gotcha.
going ever-
3809 Simpson Avenue over in Fairfax.
Okay, that's where you guys actually live?
Yes. That's
Okay.
where I live.
And she lives up here.
Okay, where does she live?
Westover.
Westover?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be kind of complicated because technically where you guys are taking residence, where the child is currently, is supposed to be the department that's supposed to take the report on this.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's possible. I couldn't tell at first how old she was until the camera kind of like focused in. I also have bad vision, but I couldn't tell she was older. Yes, that looks like it might be his mom. But let's keep
we can
listening.
She's supposed to have been there, but we had to
Yeah,
get her
I
from
just
her,
went and picked her up.
from her
So
dad.
you actually live...
No.
He
no.
used to. He
Used
was
to.
living there. He just moved in with me.
Yeah.
Okay, when you guys split up, you moved
Yeah.
out?
Yes.
Okay, how long ago was that?
Last Friday, not this Friday, but following Friday.
Okay, do you have the videos and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
You have them, like,
took them
saved?
my phone that
Yeah.
just died.
Oh, I turned the volume on. Yeah, good.
That's the sub. And that's her spitting on
It's
it. And she was doing it
smacking
because
her,
I wasn't
hitting her.
because I wasn't answering the phone.
Okay.
And she just keeps doing it. I mean,
How old?
She's literally a year in a couple of days, 19.
I don't know if she should be here.
What's her name? Mom's. What's her name?
The father, visibly upset by the mother's actions, explained to the officer that the child had been left alone while the mother went to a party.
Yeah, I just wanted
So
to
I'm
go
going
the
to
fastest
get
route,
you
so I
here
just pulled in
tomorrow
here because I
because
just picked her up.
what's next? You gotta
over here on
come home.
Bellwood.
He gets fake numbers off the line.
0130
Every one of those numbers.
2002?
That Kia Optima, that blue one.
And she has no license.
What's her name?
The kid home yesterday when all that
How do you spell
fighting
her last
happened.
W.
20 minutes later,
M-A-N.
she's stalking my house. I got video of her driving past
Do
my
you
house.
happen to know her birthday?
Yeah, it's 2004.
What's the phone number that she keeps sending stuff from?
Oh, they're a bunch of texts.
What's
her real phone
Look,
number?
these,
51. My phone
these are all
is dead,
numbers. I mean, they go
but
on
it's
and on.
her actual number is 513. 132.
Yeah, I got
But
to save an
I had
actual
it
number.
blocked because I'm just tired of her blowing me up on them at work, you know?
Right.
Well, I was going
So I
tomorrow
blocked
morning
her,
anyway.
and her way to like get me to unblock her was, I guess,
And
sending
this
them
all
videos. She's like, if you don't unblock me, da da da. And I'm not seeing it because I'm at work.
Right.
And then I seen that video, and oh my god, I was ready for cause habit.
Yeah. One thing I would, obviously you talked about Child Protective
I'm
Services.
going there in the morning.
Yeah, go get a hold of them as soon as possible, okay? Make sure that you make a full report with them, explain everything that's going on.
Everybody just told me like I'd go to the police station at least so it showed you a report and it was urgent or whatever.
Yep.
But I just want to do the best route.
I'm going to tell you probably at best to, you said it's in Fairfax?
Yeah.
Okay. Reach out to Fairfax as well. Make sure you make some kind of a report with them.
And I
just
can't
because-
get in trouble for having her, Ken. I don't want her to be able to call and say,
What's the custody situation?
There is none.
There is none? Yeah,
No,
then
we'd never.
you should be fine.
Okay.
As long as you have legal right to have your
Yeah.
child and there's not like a custody
You guys
issue.
are married?
Are we married?
Or are you?
No.
So,
All right, I'm going to step in real quick. So, her living here, we're going to take initial report. Also, you can go online to CPS's website. You guys can also make your own report and upload. I don't know if you can upload the videos, but you guys can make your own report on there as well. And type your notes, type your information, everyone's information. We will also call them ourselves tonight. Legally, she has full custody over the child.
Yeah, that's what I've
because you
been
guys are never
told.
married.
That's
However, we are not going to enforce that.
And I
if
have
she
messages
calls.
of her saying, "Are
Because
you going to get her
of,
from Stephanie?"
because of the allegations that are at hand and the child's well-being and safety, we're not going to entertain her trying to take custody of the child back.
Then I went to the
Tomorrow morning though, go to Hamilton County and seek emergency full custody and show the images that you do have.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee charges necessarily, but we will.
I just want her. I don't even care.
Well,
but
I mean,
I want charges. From grandma.
charge it. I mean, we'll investigate it as
Right.
if there's a potential for charges, especially charges.
It's assault on somebody.
Yeah, she's
Serious.
responsible for the care and well-being of the child, and putting soap on the child is not probably.
all to get at me. Though. That's
Yeah.
such
So
a
keep all the
childish
evidence
thing.
you have. Also, I would for you guys tonight do the CPS website.
Okay.
If you just go on there, you can
Follow
create
that.
your own claim
Okay.
with all the information. Then in the morning, go and get your emergency custody ASAP.
Right.
So then she can't go anywhere and try to say, "Oh, he took my kid."
Right.
At least it shows like you're taking initiative too.
Right.
Also, I get the protection orders.
I'm getting
No, I'm
it.
going to.
Because my
If
car,
she's-
she's done to
if
do.
she
She
keeps
kicked the
it-
dentist out of her car.
Yeah, if she
I
keeps
didn't see
doing-
him until I was about
If she
to
keeps
get
sending messages to you and stuff like that, go
She
get the
won't
protection
quit.
order.
Right.
But as of our end, we will take the initial report. We have your guys' information. Get the infant's information as well.
Elena.
Okay. So basically what I'll do is I'll send you, it'll come via text, okay? There'll be a little link that just allows you to upload all of that information, okay? Upload those videos, upload anything that you have, pictures, if you have text messages in any kind of
Got
way.
tons.
Yeah.
Anything pertaining
Screenshot
to the
them.
child.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure he's got plenty that.
All the other messages keep for your protection order.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
I got you.
But anything that involves the welfare of the
baby.
child,
Gotcha.
okay? Screenshot those text
Wish
messages
she
and you
was
can
dead and
upload them all.
everything else.
She said that about the
Yeah.
baby.
And it was going to drop her off on our doorstep and stuff.
That would be something to,
Yeah.
to
Oh,
screenshot.
there's like
Keep it for your
there
emergency
is
custody.
countless amounts of just messages of her just.
Yeah, because in the background, that actually helps us establish kind of her mindset on
Right.
stuff and why she's doing some of the stuff that she's doing. So, let me make sure.
Telling me that there's other
You said
guys
Cynthia,
around my
right?
baby and everything else.
Which is.
But then she
is it
plays
up the
crazy.
stairs?
To the right.
Up the
First one.
stairs to the right.
Yeah.
As soon as you pull in,
I don't think did she just move in?
Yeah. She you
Like in
probably
March.
never had to talk to her.
she's. I just had
Nah,
shoulder
she's
surgery, so I can
chunky.
have her time looking.
She's very vocal. Very vocal.
In the days following the report, the mother would go missing for nearly 48 hours. Police had no contact with her and no clear idea of her whereabouts until they received an alert that she had been located at a local hospital. Body cam footage from the hospital is mostly redacted, but one part is clear. You can hear her voice offering an excuse for leaving her baby alone. What she says leaves officers stunned and only adds to the growing concerns surrounding the case.
Witness it too. Okay, that's fine. So if you have any questions, I want you to ask them at the end. Ask me, okay? All right? So before I ask you any questions, you have to understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court. You have the right to speak with a lawyer for advice before we ask any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now while a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you speak with a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay.
I eventually will want a lawyer, but I'll answer some questions. I don't have
Okay.
to answer them all, right?
You can answer whatever you want to answer today with me, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember my first name?
No.
Jesse.
Jesse.
Okay? You can call me Jesse. You don't have to call me detective, okay? So before I ask any questions, you'll just sign right there, and then you'll print your name on the next line. And then I'll sign it, and then Candace will do the same. So can I set the stuff down? Okay. So You and Steven, tell me about your relationship. I kind of heard a little bit right now.
It was good. His mom did a lot of damage. She's crazy. She don't want her son to move on, let go, have his own family. She would harass, take pictures of our cars outside, and stuff like that. Well, we would cut her off. It would make it worse. Well, when we can fight, he runs back there and tells her all the business that's been going on since she wasn't whatever. Then she takes it out on us, and then I get cool with her again, and then she brings up my kids, and I'm fine. And he doesn't want to see the part. Steven don't want to look at it like, oh, he's had this whole time that, well, your mom is...
The reason why.
Yeah, and now she's loving every minute of this right now with my kids. She's sending it the whole time like that. I can't wait till you leave your kids, or he leaves you and never comes back. So it made our relationship really toxic. And he didn't like that I'm a pretty girl and people text my phone or something, doesn't mean I text back. Or if someone looks at me some way out in public, you'll say something, or I'm or and I don't want to, well, I don't want to be with you. Just tell me I'm
You know, and I love that they preface their videos here, right? The individuals featured in our videos may be experiencing the effects of alcohol, drug use, mental health struggles, or simply having a bad day. These moments should not be assumed to reflect their overall character. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. Well, that's true. We are getting a inside and intimate look at people's character, right? So I do think it is something great that technology has given us, you know, the ability to see people's empathy skills and things like that. So yeah, she sounds, to me, I don't know, she sounds like she's kind of like not in her right mind, but I don't want to just give her an out. So let's keep listening a little bit more.
ugly, I have 2 kids, no one's gonna want me. In the video game, he loves, and the weed. I don't like it, and he does.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like it around my children. His mom will sleep, pick Lynn up, and smoke a joint while she's in the vehicle. You can't do that. I'm sorry, but you can't.
Yeah.
And cigarettes.
Yeah.
If you went there right now, she would stink like a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And she uses that she has a medical card. Well, I thought instead of if you have a medical card, you can't have a gun in the same home. But I'm not sure how that works. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I'm not going to, get into right now with everything.
Yeah. And she'll be crawling and he won't even pay attention. Like, if I went to the grocery and come back, my house would be destroyed, he'd be on the game.
So he's not paying attention to what she's doing?
No. He just thinks, oh, we'll clean it up later. Like, what if she got us something and it was small and you couldn't see it? Like, you have to
Worry
watch
about her choking on it or something.
Yeah, something. Like, I've never been a bad mom. This has never been on my mind. Like, I just want to change.
Yeah. So you're going through a hard time, and I'm sorry that that's going on. This is the right step for you. Okay? You're gonna get some help here. These people are great with what they do.
And Christmas, I won't be able to see my kids.
Let's see. Let's just see. We don't know what tomorrow holds. Okay? All right. Do you want a tissue or anything, or a drink of water or something?
I asked for a pop, but I don't think they brought it. I'll take a Pepsi.
Yeah, do you want tissue? You want tissue too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you blow your nose and wipe your eyes. You are remorseful. You know what that means, right? That means you know that you made a mistake.
I made one.
And that's,
I'm not
and
gonna
that's
lie.
okay. So the videos, I did see them too. I know.
And I'm a great mom.
I believe you are. Was there anybody else in the house besides you and your kids? And that was last night.
Yeah, nobody
else was there, it was just you.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I
videoed?
tried reaching out to get help. He wouldn't take her. He had her from Friday to Sunday. He got her at 6 o'clock at night. I went out Saturday with my friends. It was her birthday. And we went to Mexican and stuff. Matter of fact, I said, I'm not even home. He said, I don't care. You better be home. Hold on. I think I had that stuff too. I thought he was gonna kick the door in and leave him laying outside the front door. All because I went out. So I texted him and I said, I need mentally help. He laughed, blocked me. You think it's funny? You don't need help? He says I'm chemically unbalanced.
Have you, was that the first time?
This is the first time.
Last night that anything's ever happened with any of your kids?
Yes.
Okay. Did you, in one of the videos, you had said about the dish detergent.
Yeah, at first I was just playing with her, but no. Me and her were playing before that, and I just blacked out after that.
That was how, all this stuff that you were doing, okay. So all the stuff that...
I got plenty of stuff
Okay.
to do after I get out of it.
Okay.
You know what happens?
You got my card.
I got
you can reach
lots
out.
of things
Okay.
of him saying he's leaving the child and stuff. He's trying to make it to me like I'm some horrible person. I'm not.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, Joanne says, I can't believe these people exist. What conversation are they having with themselves? Hey, I want to go out or smoke a doobie, but wait, there's a baby or children involved. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I started the conversation, asking the question about feminists, not feminists,
Right here.
to go. Sorry, guys. I had to grab something. But, yeah, exactly. No, it's not the first time. I'm not buying it. Yeah, I don't think this is the first time. One, I definitely don't think that that she's new to leaving the kids alone. Right? But my thing becomes as well, like, there's no... Okay, we're going to play this back a minute or so. But I had a train of thought and I lost it. So we're going to play this back about a minute or so to just see what her explanation was for what was going on.
It was her birthday, and so we went to Mexican and stuff. Matter of fact, I said, I'm not even home. He said, I don't care, you better be home. Hold on, I think I had all stuff too. I thought he was gonna kick the door in and leave him laying outside the front door. All because I went out. So I texted him and I said, I need mentally help. He laughed, blocked me. You think it's funny? You don't need help? He says I'm chemically unbalanced.
Have you, was that the first time?
This is the first time.
Last night that anything's ever happened with any of your kids?
Yes.
Okay. Did you, in one of the videos, you had said about the dish detergent.
Yeah, at first I was just playing with her, but no. Me and her were playing before that, and I just blacked out after that.
That was how, all this stuff that you were doing, okay. So all this stuff that...
I got plenty of stuff
Okay.
to do after I get out of it. You know what happens?
You got my card.
I got
you can reach
lots
out.
of things
Okay.
of him saying he's leaving the child and stuff. He's trying to make it to me like I'm some horrible person. I'm not.
Yeah.
Showed up one time and this is all over it.
So this is just that last night was the lowest point for you. You just couldn't...
I don't believe this is a one-time thing. Like I mentioned, I do believe that people who leave their kids alone, they do it regularly. And when they get caught, they'll say that's the one time. Just my perception. Right? Just my perception.
I just couldn't handle no more.
I get it. Were you just mad at him? Really?
Because he tries to say, after that weekend when I said he'll never do it again, that he was going to go through courts for visitation. And I know he's not going to do that. He's just saying that, so I think that, so he can just go on and not see his kid.
Yeah.
But when he's at home, he can be a good dad. He takes care of them, he sends me money to take care of them or whatever. But watching them and being a dad and sitting down playing with your children and stuff, he doesn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you want him to be involved. You want him to be involved. I get that. That's, yep, you want to
Just
have a
because
good
you're
parent.
there don't mean you're involved.
You want to be good, a parent, and you want him to be as well. I get it.
And I tried doing parenting with him. He says, I got myself. The weed's gonna help me.
So, who's that?
He said the weed. The weed.
Yeah, the weed, smoking weed.
Smoking weed.
So, did you send those videos just to him? That was it?
Yeah.
You didn't, just because you're mad, you wanted him to come pick her up.
Yeah, because I wanted to. He thought I was playing like I was not gonna have a mental breakdown.
You wanted him to come get her. You needed it.
Yes, and I needed it. And my mom is my little brother and stuff, and it just all happened so fast. I just wanted him to come get it so I could get help.
So you're doing everything you could to get him to get over there.
And get help. I need help. Get him. Please get him. And he doesn't. I have to do something or say something to him, like I'll have sex with you if you come here and do this. I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, so you're trying to do everything to get him to be involved.
To be involved. Everything I can. And then now he wants to take my child and this and that. He just told me 3 days ago I'm the best mom ever to them kids, and that's why he loves me so much.
So this is you getting pulled back and forth with him all over the place.
Toxic.
Yeah. You need someone who's great for you and for your kids too. You're gonna find that one day. I know today you can't think about that. It's very difficult for you. You know?
But I love him.
Here, blow your nose.
Wish I could be with him.
Yeah. So
I just got to the break. I miss her.
that's Steven's baby. Did she get hurt at all?
No.
In those videos?
No.
And then you were just mad. You said her a couple times. You didn't mean to. I know. I'm sorry this is tough to talk about. I do appreciate you though that you're talking with me.
It sucks.
Yeah. You have the same ring on. Where'd you get? Is that a special ring?
Yeah.
It's
I
not.
buy it myself.
You bought it yourself? Are you working right now? You want to work? Do you have any questions for me? I'm not going to stay around anymore because you're going to go talk upstairs and everything.
No, but if I leave today, whenever I can call you,
Okay.
we can meet up and talk.
My email is on there too as well. You can reach out. You have it. You got the card there somewhere. I can give you another one if need
I
be.
gave you mine for 2, but
Oh, I got it.
I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So you got my information. What's my first name without looking at the card? Oh, you looked at it. See? Jesse.
Jesse, off
Okay.
Toy Story, right?
That's right. That was the girl in Toy Story. So, all right. I appreciate you. Thank you for being honest with me. I get it. And that's a step in being an adult and a responsible adult. When you make a mistake.
I did it.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell the world that.
I know.
I
I know.
deactivated.
And guess what? This conversation is between you and I. I don't go out and tell anyone. Okay?
Yeah, I deactivated my social media
You should.
because it was bad.
Yep.
Thank you. I did. Yeah. All kinds of drama the last couple weeks, huh? Oh, didn't I see you over there the other day when all the PlayStation and stuff? Yeah. You watch yourself.
That was it for me.
All right. Here, hold on just a second. Go ahead, Bob. Come on there. All right. Go ahead and have a seat. Butt first. All right. We're gonna buckle in. Quick. There you are. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate it. Got the paperwork. Stocks.
The mother was eventually arrested and charged with child endangering and domestic violence. After appearing in court, she was released on bond with strict conditions, including no unsupervised contact with the child. The child was placed in the care of the father, and Child Protective Services opened a case to ensure the child's safety moving forward. The case remains pending. This case serves as a powerful reminder that children rely entirely on the adults around them for safety, care, and protection. Leaving a child alone, even for a short time, can lead to devastating consequences.
I have kids. You want my kids to come over there and sit with you all the time?
I would never do anything to a child.
When was he diagnosed?
He hasn't. That's what we're doing tomorrow.
So how is it stage 2 if he hasn't been diagnosed?
Well,
on November 31st, 2023, 911 operators received a highly unusual and disturbing phone call.
911. I just received a phone call from my husband. He said that our 87-year-old neighbor just came over and asked him to delete a browser that he had on his laptop. And when my husband opened it, it was labeled Toddler vagina. He's looking up child pornography, and now the man is in the driveway trying to burn the laptop.
Do you think it was accidental that that information got up there?
No.
And that's
I
why
did not.
Sorry guys, I had to step away from my computer for a second. I didn't realize it was just going to keep going and going.
A father reaches out to police in panic after receiving a
So apparently, again, in this situation with the mom and dad, the dad came in because he saw an emergency situation here. The mom was, like she told the police officer, she was trying desperate ways to get the dad involved. And to me, I don't believe that abusing your child or treating your child a certain way to get the dad's attention is an appropriate way. I don't think it's a mature way. Obviously, it shows that you're not mentally stable. It's a concerning act that should be put on the record. All right. So after that one, I wanted to go into this, mother abandoning her child. And in this case, the police are just going to approach the mom on the street while she's walking about like she don't have kids at home. All right, so let's get into this one here. I'm going to go ahead and press play. As we can see on the screen, this is from February of this year.
26, 2025 in Palm Beach County, neighbors spotted a young child wandering alone in the street. Once police arrived and made sure the child was safe, they tracked down the home, and what they found raised serious concerns about the mother's condition.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi. Where'd you find this handsome young man?
Here, the street.
Okay.
Get up.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Right, all kinds of stuff. We don't want to play that. That's bad too. That's not so much fun either.
The sheriff is here. Somebody here.
What's your name?
Yes.
That's a flashlight.
Okay, thank you.
You can play with the flashlight.
Maybe driving around, he know the house.
No, you can. We ask for the hair.
Could you talk to him in Spanish? Because my Spanish.
Spanish, no, he speaks English.
He speaks English?
He said because when I'm in the phone, he say mom, and then he speaks English. I don't speak Spanish.
He acts like he's a little autistic.
Yeah.
I think
maybe.
so.
That's okay.
Stop stealing my stuff. Don't steal the stuff. No, nobody. You gotta get your driver's license first.
Not up on the acts like he knows where to please. No.
Planning on for a ride? Yes. You do? Where do you want to go? In there? Where's it going? What's going on today? Lost kid? Lost kid? Nobody recognizes you. Nobody recognizes you. No, it's not the plan. I'm walking around. Let me get there.
What I have to do? I'll go home.
And you never saw this kid before?
No. Somebody give it to me.
They saw. Somebody flagged you down?
Yeah, because the kid is in the street and somebody, I'm coming from the work, I'm parking, and somebody say, do you know that kid? And I say, no, because he alone in the street and nobody know, and everybody start to come. And when I say, well, I call the police, the one lady hold him and say, no, okay, I'll give it to you, you call the police. And
well, thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, because that's the best. Yeah. Nobody know what you're gonna do. Call the police. That it?
Yeah, that's the best we can do.
Yeah, right.
Figure out where he lives because he didn't have a wallet on.
No, nobody knows.
You trying to steal my car again? Yeah. Did you give him those shorts? Huh? Were those on him or did you give him?
Yeah.
You're very kind.
You
No, ma'am, you've done your good. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. You did
I
okay.
need a look.
And it's so sad, that this child obviously was not being taken care of. He obviously didn't have anybody taking care of him to where like he's hugging and thanking strangers. Like this boy didn't have anybody. And it's really sad. It's really, really sad. Um, that people will leave their children like this. And this is why it's easy for children to be exploited, because imagine if the person giving the hug in this case is somebody who wants to take advantage of or violate this child. It's a very sad situation, right? These kids become vulnerable to whatever their environment is. Let's continue though.
Thank you. Gracias.
The diaper, he's a little bit sore. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, go. Let's go home. Let's go home. Yay. Yay. Come on, let's go. He's a poopy. Yeah. Sick boy. Excellent. Sick boy. Doing okay? What address is this? Is that your mom? Is that mom? Is that your mom? Is that your mom? Is that mommy? Is that mommy? Yes, no. No? Let's go. Let's get out of here. You ready to get out of here? Yeah. You're not in trouble, buddy. So how did little Houdini get out of the house? Don't know, not sure?
No, he just opened the door. That's it, but he's never been outside by himself. He's never been unoccupied,
He's never done this before?
No.
Alright. You, might want to consider getting some child-proof locks inside.
I'm gonna go on Amazon.
The mom looks like a streetwalker. I'm just gonna say she does. I don't want to be judgmental, but she does. She very much looks like one.
Today I'm gonna go on Amazon.
What's your name again? And you're the mom?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else in the house?
No.
Do you have anybody else that can come to the house?
I have my mother come to the house all the time. He has his father.
Where's the father?
Working right now.
Does he live here too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you under the influence of?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. But...
listen, I've been doing this for a couple of years, and you're definitely under the influence of something. I'm not 100% sure what, but it's more than obvious. What happened to your leg? What?
Switch to normal.
Who's watching him right now if no one's inside? Yeah, he literally just went inside right now. He's with me. He's okay.
Okay. Do you take any medication?
No.
Do you have any diagnosis?
No.
No. Have a seat here. We're going to
I would rather be...
Yeah, well, I would rather for you to sit here now. Thank you.
But I would rather be inside.
That's okay. That's fine. Have a seat. Thank you.
The last name of it.
Stand with him. We can leave the door open.
Sierra, India, Echo, Romeo, Alpha.
I don't think you understand the seriousness of the
Common
situation.
spelling, middle of Delilah, common
need to have a
spelling.
seat.
She's a white female, 4'2" of 93.
getting drunk, and she's hoping not to lose custody of her child. Right? So, guys, I am going to have to go ahead and blop you here. Joanne says, wow, this just turned heavy. They always do. They always do. They have bad timing. They always do, but they have terrible timing. I am going to have to pause here. We're going to have to come back to this show. I'm going to do part 2, but we're going to go a little bit more into depth of what causes this. And I also want to go into depth about what may be going on behind the scenes that may lead to these types of situations where you have the parent or somebody else having to take custody or watch over the children, family, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to do a part 2 because I do have to go a little bit early today. So do me a favor, guys. Like, share, subscribe to the stream, support the content. I'll appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I am going to say this, though. If you were in roses and different things, flowers, I am so sorry that I couldn't acknowledge you. YouTube doesn't let me know when people in the chat are sending things. So I do generally have to go back and try to look. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So if I missed you and you supported the show, thank you so much for your support. If not, I will see you guys on the next one. I appreciate you so much. Love and light. I am going to send you guys off with some music, and then we'll come back on the next show.
Florabella on my screen. Her smile, it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene. In the morning or the night, recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower.